Mr. Lordi traveled to Los Angeles for a week with Jeremy Rublin and former Kiss guitarist Bruce Kulick, where they worked on 2 new songs, Cut Off My Head and Call Off the Wedding. Respectively, in March 2010, Mr. Lordi and Mr. Bruce collaborated on a song together titled Babez for Breakfast. The recording of the album took place in Nashville, with Michael Wagner producing the sessions. The album was released on August 2010, with the release of the single, This Is Heavy Metal. It was reported on October 4th, 2010 that drummer Kita was leaving the band, and then on the 16th of October, Ox announced on their Twitter that they had got a new drummer. Then on the 26th of October, Lordi's website announced that Otis had joined the band and was their new drummer. Unfortunately, on February 15th, 2012, it was confirmed that Otis had passed away. As a result of Otis's passing, Lordi had to cancel all of their scheduled concerts for the start of 2012. However, Lordi did have some summer festival concerts which they were unable to cancel. Lordi was assisted by the drummer of the band, Iron Cross, Jimmy Hammer, who played drums at Lordi's concerts in 2012. Jimmy Hammer wore a monster disguise to join the band and was only known as The Drummer. His identity was revealed later. In September 2012, the compilation CD-DVD titled Scarkeyes Volume 1 was released to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Lordi's career. The CD features previously unreleased songs from the singer's discography, including all tracks from the unreleased 1997 album Bend Over and Pray to the Lord. Additionally, the DVD features Lordi's first concert in Helsinki, 2002, accompanied by a video edited by Otis. In autumn of 2012, keyboardist Awa announced her departure from the band. She was last seen performing at Lordi's 20th anniversary concert, which was held on August 11th at Shamrock Stadium in the city of Rovaniemi.
Next album in Lordi's cycle is we have... I don't even know if I can show this on screen, but Babez for Breakfast. I'll show you the back. This is what the cover should have been. Not, I don't know if I have to blur this. I really don't know. But Babez for Breakfast was Lordi's 2010 album. And unfortunately, this would be the last time we'd see the classic lineup, at least in my opinion. This would be the last album that Kita and Awa would be in the band. And when Kita left, it was such a major... I think I was in high school. I think I was in 10th grade. And Kita was one of my main inspirations for playing the drums, actually. Like, I love playing the drums. And so when Kita left the band, it actually was very hard for me for some weird reason. Like, I was like, oh my god. I was super mad at the band, actually, because of the reason why. Because I guess Kita he was in a different band and he wanted to show his face, but Lordi says you can't show your face, and so there was some sort of disagreement, and they ended up firing him, and it just really annoyed me. And Awa actually had to leave due to personal reasons just in her life. She just felt like she was done with the career. But the thing was, I loved these two. Like, these two definitely were awesome in the band, and so it was sad to see them go, and for this being their last album, could have gone out on a better note. But Babez for Breakfast is definitely one of the albums that are on my lesser liked, ranking. It's not bad. In fact, it's actually the most 80s infused rock album you will hear from them. But it's just, I don't know, there was a tonal shift when this album came out, and that sort of lasted for a few more years with the band, but then that changed luckily later on. But of course, I want to talk about the cover, because the cover is one of the biggest complaints I have with the band. Now, the past albums have been always art illustrations done by Mr. Lordi himself that show the lineup of the band. And of course this one does, but that's just a picture. That's not an actual illustration of him, drawing the band. So what he decided to come up with was like a baby Lordi doing some stuff. This is where the sexualization of Lordi, like the weird fetish nature sort of came to play in the band. And there's some songs that are in here, and there's also a lot of songs that are in the future albums that they're just very sexualized, and it's a little awkward. Like, that's not really what I like Lordi for. I don't like Lordi for the sexualization, sort of like pervertedness songs, even though the songs are catchy. I'm not gonna lie. Every song on Lordi is great, but like, I don't like the theme of it, And there are good ones on here, though. I would say This Is Heavy Metal is actually the best song on the album. Of course, it was like the single for the album, so I think Lordi knew about that. But there's other good ones too. But This was a turning point for the band, and to be honest, it sort of was like a downfall for their popularity at the time. So they kind of had to regroup, and then that's when we got the next album that we'll be talking about.